everybody, and welcome to the SFR Notebook. This is the USA race preview. So we head to Austin, Texas on Sunday. COTA, Circuit of the Americas. A track that was built in 2010. The first race was held there in 2012. It's Tilkedrome. It is a Herman Tilke track, but it doesn't feel like one. I will admit, he's done a pretty good job there. I like the flow of USA. They've taken a lot of historical tracks there, as in there's a lot of Silverstone, as in the S's are pretty much, they're quite similar to Maggotts and Beckett's. You've got the long straights. It's just a nice, it's a nice track. I do like it. Very tricky with track limits. We'll go into that a bit later on. But yeah, it's 3.426 miles, 20 turns, 2 DRS straights. Charles Leclerc put it on pole in 2019 and did a 1:36.169. So that's the racetrack record. So that's pretty quick. Yeah, that's that basically. We are looking at doing 28 laps rather than the full 56 that they do in real life. So 28 laps, and we're looking at an expected pole time of about a late 27, early 28, I reckon, if it's dry. If it's wet, then you're looking at about a 1:45, I think, if it's a wet track. You do lose quite a lot of time, obviously. So that's that. Let's, before we go too much further, let's take a route around COTA with an American. We're going to head off with Exotic, and he's going to take us round, as always, by Nick Crofty. So take it away, guys.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the SFR Hotlap, where we find ourselves in the USA, Texas to be exact, where everything is bigger, self-proclaimed of course. So it's the Circuit of Americas, or COTA for short, where Exotic is going to be taking us around all 20 turns, 5.53 kilometers. Or for those of you still playing at home that are using the old Imperial system, 3.4 miles. So we pick him up as he heads down the front straight, opens up the DRS. So 1 and 2 DRS zones on this circuit, heading into turn 1. So there's a 37.18 metre elevation change to turn 1. How many feet and inches that is, I don't know. I don't have my calculator on me right now to work it out. Turn 2 is the flowing right-hander, getting set up for 3, 4, 5 and 6. So very similar to the Maggotts and Beckett's complex. The left-hander and the right-hander there, getting himself ready for turn 7. Nice and easy down into 5th gear. Turn 8's a bit more of a sharper turn, so you've got to use more of the curb. Uses the curb for turn 9 as well. Just clips the apex there for turn 10, taking it flat out. That's the left-hander of turn 11. Kisses the apex nicely. Nice and smooth on the power. Up through the gears, opens up the DRS as he heads along the 1.2 kilometre back straight, over 300 kilometres an hour, faster than a speeding bullet out of an AR-15 gun. Getting ready for turn 12, brakes just before the 50 metre mark, kisses the apex, 13, 14, 15, very similar to the stadium section at Hockenheim. Comes through 14, 15, very, very similar to turn 10, the left-hander at Bahrain, where it sort of spits you out right, then drags you left. 16, 17, 18, if you've got the car set up right, you take the right line, you can go through here flat. Turn 19, the uphill left-hander, blind turn, is a lot harder than it looks. Turn 20, the final turn on the circuit, makes his way through there, nice and smooth on the power, opens up the DRS, hits the line, and that's a 1:31.084. Thank you very much to Exotic for taking us around his home circuit this week for the SFR Hotlap. Good luck to everyone racing on the weekend. Now it's back to my main man, Van Ruckel.
Okay, that was the hot lap set by Exotic. 1:31 flat, pretty much. Pretty quick. That's pretty quick. Apparently he said he's 2 seconds off the time trial time. So yeah, it's looking like, I mean, I'm 2 seconds further back on my time trial, but I've been sandbagging a bit there. As always. But yeah, it's a fantastic track. It's got a really nice flow about it, I will admit. For a Tilkedrome, it's got a really, really nice flow. All 3 sectors, you need something different with your setup. Sector 1, you need downforce. You need turn in. You need, a really pointy car that's going to point you into the areas. Sector 2, you need just straight line speed. It's all flat out straight, isn't it, basically? And then you got sector 3, which is the tight, twisty technical sector. So yeah, you've got to have all 3, and you've got to think about that in your setup. So yeah, have a look at that. Strategy wise, it is a one-stop. It is a one-stop. You can do soft hard or soft medium might be a bit trickier. If it's dry, obviously it's got to be dry. Soft medium could be a bit tricky. I think soft hard would be the safest bet. Now, me and Delta, we did a test race here the other night. He did a 1-stop and I did a 2-stop. So I went soft medium and he went soft hard. I ended up finishing 3/10 behind him, and I was catching him hand over fist, and then the mediums died a little bit. So yeah, you kind of look, I think either strategy or is going to be fine. I think if you want track position, then 1-stop. If you want to go fast, want to be like Ricky Bobby and go fast, do the 2-stop. Because there's not a lot of difference. There's literally, I think even on the strategy thing, it's like half a second difference. So it worked out perfectly. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Might mix it up. I might just go fire. I might go fast. I want to go fast. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Let's go into some predictions for COTA, shall we? So, first one in. There wasn't many this week. I've only got 2 to read out. I might throw a couple in there. But we had both Williams in the top 8. I can see that happening. Atamar's on form. Tricky race in Azerbaijan last week, but I'm sure he's going to get back on form this week. Exotic to get 6 seconds worth of time penalties. Very straight to the point. Exotic, 6 seconds penalties. And Rayner in the top 4. So yeah, Atamar top 8, Rayner top 4. There you go, sorted. Next one. Someone's going to damage their front wing on the pit entry. Yeah, I can see that happening. It is very tight. It just bends, doesn't it? You go around it and it's just all of a sudden a wall. 3 drivers not to get time penalties. Yeah, there's going to be quite a lot of time penalties coming out this week. A FUMF Grand Slam. So pole, fastest lap and win. And then both Ferraris to spin. I'll give you an extra one this week, Cornex. You haven't got many coming in. So yeah, that's that. Sorted. I'm going to go for something similar. I'm going to go for lots of time penalties. So only 2 drivers not to get time penalties. I'm going to go for a wet qualifying. And I'm going to go for Delta Lima in the points. Sorted. Done. Done and dusted. Right. Track guide. Track wise. What we got. It's 20 turns, 2 DRS straight. So you're heading up. Come along, pit straight. Good overtaking spot into turn 1. It's uphill. You can take a few different lines into here. You can go wide or you can go take an early apex. It's all about the exit though, isn't it? The exit. So if you're going to make the overtake, you've got to get that switch back and that power down to get ahead before you get to the S's. Not really much overtaking into the S's unless you're brave. And even then, that might be a bit stupid. You then got to sit behind the car. You go up the through the S's. I've lost track of corner numbers already. Next spot overtaking wise is probably going to be down the hill at the left-hander before the hairpin, before the straight. You might just want to sit behind and get the DRS because the DRS is so powerful here. Along that long straight, over the hill, over the crest. And then you've got another heavy braking zone. So you haven't managed to get it done down the straight. You've got the heavy braking zone for the left-hander. If you don't get it done there, you've got the right-hander, the long right-hander, where you just want to put the power down, but you can't. You're like, go. Because that then goes into a bit of a twisty technical bit there. And then you've got the left-hander before the long right-hander, which is an absolute tyre killer. Did a race here in for NRL a couple of seasons ago. And my tyre punctured on the last lap. Doing the 1-stop, actually. Yeah, I think it was a medium on the 1-stop I was doing. Got a puncture on the last lap going around that long right-hander. But I only had about 81% tyre wear. So it literally popped as soon as it happened, just because tyre temperatures and the stress that goes through that left-hand tyre around there. Then you've got the IndyCar. Who's going to take the IndyCar line? I found out yesterday, actually, IndyCar are no longer going to race there. They've done a couple of races there, and they've just thought, yeah, we can't be bothered because our cars aren't built for that track. It's the cars haven't got the downforce to do that track properly. Because obviously, I don't know if anyone's seen that line where they've literally put so much rubber down on the exit over the weekend that it's like a new track out there. But that's going to be one for corner cutting. That's going to get a lot of penalties, the entry and the exit, and then the last corner. Very short run down to the pit to the start finish line. So yeah, done. That's your lap of the USA. Enjoyed Exotics. Exotics was a very clean lap, very fast. Obviously didn't say it was fast, but to me that was fast. And yeah, we'll see you all on Sunday. I cannot wait. I love, like I said, I've said that before, I do really like the track. I think it's a really good race track. I think it's good for league racing as well. There's lots of overtaking spots. It's a wide open track. The S's are going to cause incidents. I think we all know that. The S's are going to be very, very tricky to handle side by side. So yeah, just be mindful of that. But yeah, make sure you click in the attendance button, and we'll try and get as many of you in there as possible. We're trying to do, like I say, I've been trying to get it all done by about 1 o'clock UK time, just so we could give the reserves enough time. So yeah, just be mindful of that and stick them out. But other than that, enjoy your weekend. I'm off to work. Got work tomorrow as well. Great. But I'll be fresh and refreshed for Sunday's race. I'm going to do some training tonight, some practice. So yeah, I will see you on Sunday. See you on the grid. Over and out.